everybody, and welcome back to Art a la Carte and the next video in our Choose Your Own Adventure story series, where I tell you a portion of a story and then at the end of the video you guys help vote and choose what the characters do next. If this doesn't make sense to you, or if this is your first video in the Vote Your Own Adventure series, I highly recommend that you check out video 1. It'll give you all of the information you need, plus it's the beginning of the story, which is kind of important. So I'll leave a link to that video in the description box of this video. Go check it out. So now let's check out the results for last week's poll, which you guys, again, broke the record for how many votes we received with over 1,200 votes for this last story installment. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for voting. In last week's story, we left Amelia a little bit frustrated that no one was really wanting to help her save her family. So as Amelia was running away, she had 3 options. 1, would she stop to find out who the mysterious voice was that called her? 2, would she go find Knox and ask if he and his friends would help her? Or 3, would she forget everybody else, go back to the castle, and tackle this problem herself? The results of the poll were pretty unanimous, with 89% of you guys saying she should find out who the mysterious voice is. And with that being said, let's find out who the mysterious voice is. Amelia turned to see who had called out her name, and there before her stood a girl who looked about the same age as Amelia. She had dark brown skin, bright green eyes, and wild dark green curly hair that Amelia wasn't sure if it was hair or moss. "Who are you, and how can you help me?" Amelia asked. The girl grinned. "My name's Willow, and not only do I know how to help you, but I know how to save your family and my family." This was the first person that not only agreed to help Amelia, but also had an idea how to help her family. "Okay, how do you plan to save my family and your family?" Amelia asked. "Oh, I'm not planning on saving them. That's going to be your job. You're going to break the curse." Willow grinned. "I don't have a clue how to break the curse," Amelia replied back. "Of course you don't," said Willow, "and that's why I'm here to help you. Don't worry, I know all about it. It's going to be easy." Amelia stared back at the strange girl. "If it's so easy to break this curse, then why haven't you guys broken it?" Willow sighed. "Didn't you hear what Dahlia said about the curse? The curse can only be broken by a human. I'm not a human, I'm a dryad." Amelia ran her hands through her hair. "Okay, then why didn't Dahlia show me how to break it?" Willow looked down sheepishly. "Okay, so it's maybe not easy to break a curse, but I know that you love your family as much as I do. I want to save my family, and you want to save yours. I know how to break the curse, and you're the one who can do it." Amelia stared at Willow. "If there's a chance to save my family and your people, then again, why didn't Dahlia ask me to break the curse?" Willow looked behind her and then back at Amelia. "Dahlia didn't ask you to break the curse because she felt bad she couldn't protect your mother. She doesn't want you to be in danger. She promised your mother she'd keep you safe. And technically, letting you go off and break this curse is not exactly keeping you safe, but I know if we work together we can break this curse." Amelia took in a deep breath. "Okay, how do we break the curse?" As the 2 girls walked through the darkening forest, Willow filled her friend in with the basics of breaking a curse. Okay, so most curses come with levels, layers, things you have to do. It's not just one thing that you do. Think of it as climbing a tree. You start at the bottom branch and you work yourself to the top. How many levels or branches did my mother make in breaking the curse? Amelia asked. Willow bit her lip. 1, kind of? Amelia stopped. "My mother didn't make it past the first level, and you think I have a chance?" Willow turned to her friend. "Yes, I do." Amelia put her hands on her hips. "How am I supposed to beat this curse when my mother couldn't do it?" Willow grinned. "Because you can do something your mother can't." "And what exactly is that?" Amelia asked. "You could just take my word for it that you can do things your mom couldn't do." "I woke up this morning a regular girl. I have since found out that my mother is alive and trapped in some sort of magical mirror. Not only do monstrous crowmen exist, but my backyard is filled with magical creatures. And now I'm going to go and break a curse that I have no clue what it's about. So," Amelia sat down on a stump, "I'm not moving from this spot until I get a little bit more information." Willow slumped down. "Oh, humans always need to know all the details." "Fine." Do you remember when Dahlia was telling you about the curse and how the curse was made so that no fairy folk could break it, only a human, right? Amelia nodded. The reason I know you can break this curse when your mother couldn't is because, like you said, when you woke up this morning, you were a normal girl. You're a human. Amelia stared back at her friend. And you're saying my human mother couldn't do this because she's what, not human? Amelia had said this in jest, but the look on Willow's face made Amelia pause. Oh, she was mostly human. We just didn't know how particular this curse was going to be. It's not like there was any fine print warning in front of the curse caves. Wait, Amelia said. Are you not saying that my mother's like a fairy? Oh no, she's not a fairy, Willow grinned. I mean, I guess you humans kind of lump dryads and naiads and fairies into all one big grouping. But really, if you get to know us, there's some definite differences. Dryads are tree sprites. Our trees protect us, we protect the trees. It's this really good cohabitational existence. And fairies totally do their own thing. Amelia wasn't so much concerned about the differences between dryads, naiads, fairies, elves, dwarves, dragons. Are you telling me my mother was a dryad? She was, said Willow. And then one day she met your dad, and they fell in love. A dryad can't leave her tree for very long. It just wasn't going to work. The only way that she and your father could be a family is if she turned human. So the great oak turned her human, and they got married, and bada bing, bada boom, you came along. Amelia supported her head in her hands. Willow looked at her friend. Hey, are you going to be okay? Amelia took in a deep breath and looked up at her friend. After all I've learned today, finding out my mother, who is trapped in a mirror, used to be a dryad, is surprisingly not as difficult to accept. So, how do we break this curse? Willow grinned. Follow me. Before Amelia stood 3 doors carved into a wall of white marble. There was no markings or signs on the marble itself. The only differences in the door were size and a slight glowing color. 1 red, 1 green, and 1 blue. Each of these doors takes a different path. You simply just have to go through the door. That'll lead you to the curse. Amelia stared at each door, hoping to see something within its gloomy depths. But aside from the dark glowing colors, she could see nothing. What happens if I choose the wrong door? Can I come back? In curse theory, no. Choosing the wrong door usually results in something bad happening. Amelia gave her friend an exasperated look. Okay, then how do I know which door to take? Oh, that's easy, said Willow. You take this one, pointing to the far door that emitted the deep blue light. And what is so special about the blue door? Amelia asked. It's the one your mom chose. Amelia turned. Wouldn't being trapped in a mirror, fall into the category of something bad happening to you? It could, Willow blinked. Or it could be born a fairy folk and made her trapped in a mirror. But you don't know that for certain, Amelia said. It could be any one of these doors. Amelia looked at the red glowing door. Its glow was warm and inviting. The middle door, which was slightly larger than the other 2 doors, was a rich green color. It reminded her of looking at the sunlight through tree leaves. The blue door looked cold and still, like twilight coming through her window on a winter morning. It was unfriendly and unwelcoming. Amelia took a deep breath, straightened her shoulders, and stepped through the... Which door? Huh? Could you see that one coming from a mile away? Yeah, you guys get to choose. So, which door is it? The red door, the green door, or the blue door? Let me just tell you this. There is a right door. So by this point, you guys know the drill. In the description box of this video is a link to take you to straw poll, or you can vote on which door Amelia goes through. So make sure to vote. If you'd like to share this video with your friends and family and get them to vote as well, that would be awesome. And if you're brand new to my channel, hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon. That way you'll get notifications every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Make sure to vote. And then while you're waiting for the next part of this story, you can check out some of these videos. God bless you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!